And we are live. Outstanding. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can hear the applause from all over the country. Well, so here's the situation. It is, I'm sweating sitting in a chair, even though I'm in a nicely air conditioned room because it is about 90 degrees outside my house with about 3,000% humidity. Rough guess. If I had to put a number to it, it'd be 3,000, somewhere in there. 3,000, maybe three and a half. Um, it's just like being in a hot tub. Just walking. It took the dog out, and I about died. And it was a 20-foot journey to where he goes to the bathroom, and then 20 feet back to the front door. And I was outside for all of 3 minutes, and I think I'm dying. I think I'm dying. But if I'm dying, I'm gonna go out with a bang here on stream. So stick around just to see if I make it or I don't. So real quick, new player experience. What we're going to do today, real fast, is we are going to knock out our dailies in a hurry, and then we are going to go to the journey guide. As was pointed out to me by one of our loyal and regular viewers, there are some characters I can unlock. So we're going to see about doing that today. Yeah, so we're going to spend the next hour and a half or so hanging out, working on some stuff together. We'll see how far we get. My mouse is acting up. Oh, look at that for Monday. Bonuses for Gungans. Fantastic. But how is everybody feeling about the confirmation that we are getting Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano in Galaxy of Heroes? I, for one, am. Why? No. Does that cost that? I want that. There we go. I was really hoping it would be Thrawn. It's kind of odd that they're breaking the cycle of dark light, dark light, dark light. Because we had light, we had Leia last. Sammy's good. He's just chilling on my couch a few feet to the left, which he is watching the Avengers on one of his tablets, looking up like toys from the Avengers with Google Lens, so he'll like find an image on the movie and then pop it into Google search, and then there we got Bob's Burgers on the big TV. All of it is his choosing, and then he's got his phone, but it's not up and running at the moment. It amazes me. It truly amazes me how talented this kid is. With what he is able to do and juggle and handle, it just blows my mind at times. Multitask doesn't even begin to cover it. It's like triple, quadruple task. Okay, so let's. There's our shipment part done. Claim. Okay, so light side, hard, blah 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 blah. Challenges, blah blah. Something, dark side. Okay. So yeah, between the weather outside and my wife, bless her heart, set a wooden trivet on fire in the kitchen not that long ago. Yeah, things are really looking up in this household. 14 battles and I got 6 shards. Gots to love it. Gots to love it. Okay. Yeah, I know I need to unlock this junk. I need to like dive into it and really bear down on it, really get to work, but I'm not doing that on stream. I think I'm gonna start taking some opportunities just to like slow roll some nodes. I mean, how exciting is it for you guys to sit there and watch me? Oh, I'm gonna unlock light side battle 92B or whatever, your 5A. Is that super thrilling? I mean, is it necessary? Yeah, of course. When you start your account, you are going to do the same exact thing. You are going to have to unlock each and every node for each and every one of these things that's got a lock on it. And you're just going to have to do all of it. That's just the way she is. Um, and there's a level. We'll take a level. We like levels. Levels are good. Levels are fun. Levels are fine. Um, so yeah. So Ahsoka Tano, R9, R9 required, confirmed for this Ahsoka Tano, not Cat, not Fulcrum. This Ahsoka Tano confirmed required Relic 9 for the new Galactic Legend Tano. There was a big puzzle. A lot of the other mega streamers have done videos. I would just be regurgitating most of their information. Um, but yeah, R9 baby Ahsoka Tano. Yes. Oh my God. I'm seeing this is another. I'm just gonna have to do these just to get her to stop sending me over 2 or 3 times a day. Because oh boy. But yeah, R9. That one. That's a blow. That one hurts a little bit, but simultaneously, she does have a ship, so that is going to be a much bigger overall benefit to having her at R9. Like it's not like we're being asked to R9, Cup or Wicket or Jedi Guardian Consular or whoever this. I guess he's got a ship too, so maybe we should be R9ing him. Um, she's not a useless character. She's core in JMK's team. So, is it obnoxious? You bet. Is it fatal? No. Is it going to be out of the reach for a lot of players without them having to spend money? Yes. I mean, I'm fortunate that I can earn some R9 materials from Territory Wars. And I have a decent stockpile of whatever the one that comes out of there is, the droid brains, I think. I have a decent stockpile, but I still have to contend with Gerda keypads. I still have to contend with arrows. I have to contend with impulse. I have to all of it. But and I'm still trying to get Gungans relicked. Still trying to get the Gungans relicked. So I got that going for me too. Hopefully, she isn't going to be released until October-ish. Because then maybe I'll have a chance to finish the Gungans. I mean, but then, of course, we're getting new characters. They confirmed the Night Troopers from the Ahsoka show as one of the units. They released a puzzle. And a puzzle-solving community just dove right in. Took them about 11 hours, give or take, I think. But they revealed the graphic for the Night Troopers, kind of showing their abilities. Those were Thrawns, like resurrected stormtroopers or whatever by the power of the Night Sisters on the name of the planet that he was on. So they will be a new unit coming to the game. They will no doubt be a requirement for Ahsoka. And then as they kept decoding down farther, there was a message that was in Arabesh, the Star Wars language. If you look at a computer and it's a bunch of weird symbols. Well, we have the Rosetta Stone. We can translate that to basic, and the basic said GL Ahsoka Tano is coming to the holotables. So long and the short, without actually not even knowing how they solved the puzzle or any of that stuff. That's what has gone down in the past day, more or less. So it's exciting. New GL time is always exciting in Galaxy Heroes. It gets everybody's blood up. Everybody gets pumped and like, let's do this. But simultaneously, it's like there's a lot. There's more that goes into it than just like, oh yeah, let's go. It's a lot of time and grinding and and expense. It's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap for most people. It's not going to be cheap for me. I think my Ahsoka Tano on my main account's Relic 6. So I'm there. I mean, I'm close. Like, 6 to 9, that's 3, but that's a lot of materials. It's a lot of materials. I could R7 her today. I don't even think I could R8 her today. I think I'm low on arrows. I'm just gonna sim this. Why does it? Okay, sim all 5. Stupid frickin' thing. Anywho, so that's the deal. That was the big hubbubaloo in the past day in Galaxy Heroes is Galactic Legend Tano, not Thrawn. Don't know why not Thrawn, but Galactic Legend Tano coming to the holotables. So more information, I'm sure, will be released in the road ahead, which is happening very shortly. You know, you're almost dead. Let's just get you out the door. So we're gonna go from this battle straight to the journey guide, and I think we're gonna focus on Grandmaster Yoda, and we are going to focus on Emperor Palpatine, and then time depending. We might go ahead and go smack, see what we can get for Grand Admiral Thrawn. So we have the potential to possibly unlock 3 characters today. Maybe we'll see how the waves go. And then we'll bounce back and forth to this as we're finishing up. As we finish up tiers in the journey guide, we'll come back to finish up the last couple squad arena battles, and it might just be as simple as we go in and then click forfeit. But for now, for this one, we figured, hey, that was looked like a pretty straightforward kill. Wouldn't take too long. The long part's the waiting for the refresh. So under 2 minutes for that battle, so not horrible at all. So we have a mission, or we have a quest to get Darksiders to level 54. So training droid dependent. Maybe we'll do that and get another level hammered out. But for right now, journey guide. Let's go see everybody's favorite galactic ruler. Takes 1-star rebels, recommended power 2100. So I mean, we've got quite a group of rebels here that exceed or meet those numbers. So we're just gonna take Phoenix in and just see how it goes. I'm assuming the first couple of tiers are gonna go well, and then we might hit a bump that slows us down the road. I forgot there were animations, kinda. Let's see if I can do a Palpatine voice to narrate this for you guys. Your pathetic rebellion ends here. I thought that was pretty good. I don't know how it sounded on your guys' end, but I thought it sounded all right. And as expected, Tier 1 went just fine. Ooh, fitty crystals. We like crystals. But more importantly, or as important, Emperor Palpatine shards. Alright, so there's Tier 1 done. Tier 2, battle locked. Why am I locked? 3-star Rebels, 2800. Oh, because these guys aren't 2800. So it's literally, even though this is the recommended power, that should say required power. That should say required, because they are not letting me do it until I get Chop and... Oh, look at this. He's got all kinds of stuff to unlock. Until I get Chop and Rex up a little bit in GP. It's locked. Welcome, new viewers. Hello. I'm waving at the wrong screen. The camera's right there. Hello, new viewers. I have mostly just been kind of riffing on the New Galactic Legend announcement and my thoughts and feelings on it, and my thoughts and feelings on living in a place where it gets to be 90 degrees with my estimation is 2,000% humidity. Because I almost died when I went outside with the dog before I started streaming. Okay, so my estimation of what we're going to be able to get done for this, I think might have been a little bit of an overreach because what is this, 41? Yeah, so if we're locked out, instead of recommended, it's going to be required. You have to be there. We've got to get all these guys up a little bit higher before we can start this. So, but we'll just do what we can in every way, shape, and form as we always do. What is it, Gear 6 for that? I want that so bad. Why are they let's he's got room for some mods. Let's just go ahead and see what we can do for the old guy. Crit avoidance, no. Offense, yeah. We'll take offense. We will take we'll give him some health. And yeah, sure, whatever. All this works, right? All this works well together. Protection plus 5 speed. That's, I mean, I'll take it just for the speed. No mods meet this filter. Why does it? Oh, because I've got mods assigned. So I could steal mods and be just fine, but he doesn't have any of that shape. Oh, look at the awesome 1 speed roll that I got. I'm so overpowered. All right. So we'll see. I'm wondering if between mods and, you know, leveling everybody up, if we'll be able to reach the, you know, it's got 5 speed on it. There we go. Look at that. See? We got some nice stats on that one. Yeah, let's confirm these. So maybe we'll see how far we can go. Maybe we can jigger everything to be able to have access to it, to more, because it'd be nice to unlock these guys. But I mean, if it not, it's another project. Why is the battle locked? I'm very confused. Is it stars? 3 stars. Recommended power 2800. Oh! It jumped me ahead automatically. I'm sorry. I was being dumb. Forgive me. It jumped me ahead automatically. It put me from 1 to 2 on its own, and I was looking at 3. High IQ moves here. Sam. Stop that. Now you shall witness the true power of the dark side. Oh, counterattacks almost wrecked his shit. Oh. Beautiful. And 50 more crystals. Always appreciated. Okay, so, I mean, I'm wondering at what point it's going to say, hey, I think we're going to, I mean, if we throw old Ben, it looks like we can maybe get the unlock today, but we'll just keep trugging along with what we got, and we'll see. We'll see where we land. Oh, you know what? Let's go check the arena battle real quick. Battle in 1 minute, 1 second. So we'll go ahead and knock this node out, and then we'll come back. I can feel your fear. It's curious that they didn't taunt. All right. And 50 more crystals. That's, I mean, the crystals alone make this worth it. All right, 4,100. Let's see. Let's see. What's the, what's it going to say to us now? Let your hate flow through you. Okay. Ooh, this one might be getting a little, this might be some serious business right here. He's pretty thick. He's out levels us. Couple more. Just need a couple more hits, guys. There it is. All right. All right. Well, the next one is, I think, is going to be very much a challenge, and we got to do it without Sexy Rexy here. So we will. Well, we'll go to Squad Arena, start a fight, forfeit it, and come right back. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll have a pretty good idea if it's going to feel doable or not. Pretty quick, I think. 50 crystals. Woo! I am rich. And then we'll go to Yoda. Either way, if we decide that we need to bulk up the team a little bit more, we will do that. If of course if we win, we win. And then we'll have Palp unlocked at least. I don't know how much I'll be able to do with him off the bat, off the get go, but oh no, I lost the battle. Okay. Moment of truth time here, folks. Oh, by the way, main account, I lost my GAC. I know the official time isn't here, but he outbannered me. He just was way more efficient than I was. I shat the bed in more than one spot. Recommended power, 6,300. Is that total power or recommended character power? See, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. But let's find out. Let's see what happens here. I, for one, am excited. Oh, Luke. Okay, let's see if we can do anything cool with him real quick. Yeah, I'm kind of glad it's not old Ben that's coming along because, I mean, frankly, we already have 2 tanks in Chopper and Kanan. So a third would just be harsh, and we lost a decent amount of damage, unfortunately, having to bench Rex. So yeah, I'm already looking at how many mods I've got sitting here, and I'm like, let's start selling some mods. I don't know about you guys, but mod management is, I mean, peak and pinnacle. Peak and pinnacle. Yeah, I'm not gonna slice it. I don't have materials, but I'll go through your tutorial. It's peak and pinnacle game. Yeah, confirmed. All right. Let's see how we do. Any bets? Anybody got any feelings on the matter one way or another? Wait, did it? Oh, did it kick me back to the tier 1? Oh wait. No, it did not. Excuse me. Oh. Ooh. Everything is going according to my designs. Oh, thick. Thick, thick, thick. Nice stun from Luke. Yeah, this might be too much for these guys. I mean, they're making some, they're doing some damage, but yeah, there's just not enough here yet. Level 70 boss tag, you know, he's definitely a step above everything else, because you know those other tiers we handled fairly easily. I think we get Phoenix up to the 60ish range. See if we can get him some more stars. Oh, I need to get his node unlocked. Start farming. Oh, but he's in the hyperdrive bundle now. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, hyperdrive bundle really opens up a lot of those journey guide events. You can get going to at least the base level unlock right away. Okay, so Yoda, begin journey, and again, this is just Jedi, 1-star Jedi. So I'm wondering, probably the same scenario. Yeah, I don't even have enough Jedi at the required stars to get here. So looks like we can do the first 4, and then we'll have to bulk up and then come back around. And then, but we'll go take a peek at Grand Admiral Thrawn when we're done here. I kind of feel like upgrade gear to unlock. Gear level 4. Okay, so all right. Looks like we might have to have old Ben be the leader. Oh, but we can upgrade that. So we got that going for us. And we can upgrade that. All right. Well, I mean, since we already do have a tank, maybe that's how we need to do that. I think that's going to be better. All right. So that is about as prepared as we are going to get today. Let's get after it. Much to learn you have. Pretty straightforward. These first few usually are. And hey, but more crystals. More crystals. You must fear the force around you. At least those debuffs are landing. We definitely got that going for us. Okay, as you can see, our power level starting to taper off for getting this stuff done, but we'll see. We will see. Oh yeah, that health bar is getting thick, and now he's got himself bonus protection. Ooh. But that's a nice hit from Ezra. 2,900, give or take. I don't think Anakin has landed a single hit except for when he did his special. Yeah, all right. So might be the same situation here. But we'll definitely take the crystals and we'll take the shards that they're giving us. 4,900, yeah. So we'll see if we can eke our way through this one. But yeah, this one we're not going to be able to do. And then we'll go and take a peek at Thrawn. And then we'll just wrap up here and go forfeit a squad arena battle real fast. And then we'll see about getting a quest or two done. And then we'll main account it. Ooh, barely a tickle. Ooh, there we go. That's some good hits, though. Was that a 3,100 hit from Kanan? That's solid damage. I mean, truth be told, it's probably because there's only just him. You're not fighting a whole bunch of guys, but definitely feels a lot easier than Palpatine's event. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Let's take a look at Anakin. Because if he's got the... No, not even close. Not even close. And, I mean, even if I had the crystals, which I don't, I mean, I'd have to buy... I mean, that's not horrible. Normally, like for a newer character, if you're going to buy 50 shards, it's 4,000 crystals. So I'm looking at the 1250, and I'm like, oh, that's not bad at all, because it's not. But yeah, so we gotta get one more Jedi up, one more chunk of stars, and then we can attempt to tackle that. But in the meantime, I think they're probably still too low. If anything like Palp's event. Okay, let's take a look at Thrawn. Yeah, Thrawn is going to be the same thing. Phoenix. I mean, I actually do have. I could, in theory, unlock Thrawn today. His is a bit different, though. His. Like you'll see up here, his is a little bit more involved than just a singular battle. See, we got to get through waves, and then I think the deeper you get into the event, the more waves there start to be. I want to say on my main account. Oh, hi Teddy. What are you doing, puppy? What are you doing, puppy? You coming over to be a good boy? Are you being a good boy? Yeah. Okay. Dude, hey, come on, Ted, stop it. You're literally pushing my chair around. Yeah, I want to say for his last tier, it's like 5 waves or something along those lines that you have to get through, or 4. And then by the time you get here, you might be depleted, and then he's got a whole mess of characters you gotta contend with. But we'll see. We will see how this pans out. I'm willing to go the distance. Phoenix Squad Mega Bundle. Woo! Look at all that. What's the price? $19.99. No. No. I mean, that's a great deal. That's a lot of shards, but no way in hell. Just no way in hell. Yeah. So it's still 2. And they might have changed it. It's been, I mean, it's probably been 3 years, if not more, since I unlocked Thrawn and had to go through it. But I remember it took me a while to get through the last, get through that last phase for like the final bunch of things to get me to 7-star. Honey, is your phone ringing? Okay. You set anything on fire recently? No, just the trivet a little while ago. Seems a little smoky in the kitchen. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna get hit. But also, if you can't joke with your spouse in this manner, I mean, it's just I'm being very harmless. I'm not trying to hurt her feelings. See now we're up to 3 waves to clear. And don't worry, she gives as good as she gets. See what I wouldn't give for his AOE to be unlocked, but it's not. So we just gotta make do with what we have. So yeah, a little more involved than just going in and punching Palp or Yoda in the face until they die. Like you do have to consider your cooldowns, your health, like who and when to put the revive thing on somebody, and even your team composition is going to start making a difference. Um, like at some point, Zeb becomes incredibly useful because he can stagger Imperials, and when they're staggered, they can't assist, blah blah, etc. Um, so he was a big key to me unlocking. At some point, like we're gonna cruise through this still without a problem, but at some point, and I'm freely using my special abilities, you want to stop and try to just finish stuff with basics or counters, especially with these guys. They counterattack a lot. Um, if you can, just to get your cooldowns refreshed, because you might need one or all of them at the start of the next round. And and learning that and having that ability to like, okay, I need to make sure I have this, like knowing that it's not always the best thing to use all your resources at once is a huge factor in this game. Sometimes it comes down like a battle will be lost because you used a cooldown at the wrong time. Um, I mean, it actually that happens losing a battle because you had a cooldown, you blew a cooldown at the wrong time. That actually happens a lot. It really does. It happens to me. Not it happens to me almost every day playing this game, where I will waste an ability because I panic, and I'm like, oh, I need to heal, or I need to do this, or I need to blah 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 blah, whatever. Sam, that boy.
Come on.
All right, we'll see. This is we'll see how we do. Level 62 elites. And now, now all of a sudden their moves are giving me debuffs where they weren't before. This is just, ability buff immunity. So I can't, like, he can't taunt or gain protection up or defense up or anything like that right now. It's not the biggest of deals. It's not going to be fatal, but I mean, it probably won't be fatal. But I mean, these guys are hitting pretty hard right now. See, and now some debuffs can't, or some buffs can't be resisted, and then he can cleanse. I wanted to cleanse him first, though, so he could start gaining some of these benefits. And then Chopper, this green ability will pull buffs off of enemies. So, like, that guy had taunt back there, but I wanted to get to the lead here to try to get him taken care of as soon as I could. Um, so I cleansed his taunt. So we should have the wave of stormtroopers now. Oh wait, stormtrooper commander, 2 death troopers, and magma trooper. Yeah, this wave also appears in the main event. Now, I mean, luckily we have the counterattacks, so we can. Unfortunately, look how low she's getting. Um, So we're going to need Chopper to taunt to try to keep her alive. And she's got healing immunity on. We can do that with him just to get her some protection up for a minute. Get him to taunt. She can't put this on herself, unfortunately. He's dazed. And unfortunately, I don't have the heal unlocked on that blaster move of his yet, so otherwise she would be in better shape. But she is healing due to her unique. She does have a passive health recovery, or is it tied to? I think it's actually tied to that. Maybe I can't remember how her kit works exactly. And then he would have a heal tied to, like, if he takes debuffs, they get heals. Ooh, ouch. All right, well, so we hit our limit with the Thrawn. That's just the way it's going to be. We'll have to get a little more power. I mean, I was lucky, I think, to get as far as I did. Yeah, I think we get these guys to about 60, and then I really need to get stars on these two guys also. But I think about level 60 with some gear and some more mods, and we should be able to finish that one up. So we've made progress on 3 of them. What does it look like for R2? Empire. So we could probably do this first one easy enough. Or these first couple, I think, till here. Yeah, we could do the first 3, start getting R2 as well. It's not bad, you know. I mean, we've gotten almost to unlock on Yoda, Palpatine, Thrawn, and now adding R2 to that list. I mean, that's 4 key characters right there. Not even an hour's worth of streaming time. And all of this with no money spent. All of this is just with the characters that they're giving you in the new player experience. Plus the time, you know, to get where they're at level wise and the gear and the mods and that stuff. But, you know, no hyperdrive bundle, no buying shard packs, no buying gear, you know, nothing. It's all just straightforward with what they give you to start the game with. And, you know, and some time obviously invested in leveling things up. Oh, speaking of leveling things up, didn't we have a mission to get 3 Darksiders to 54? Let's see if we have the. Let's see if we have it. Because, I mean, while we're here, we might as well. No. Yeah. Hopefully. Oh, we've got a bunch of level 6 training droids, so we should be okay for that. And we still have plenty of credits for now. At one point or another, I have to imagine, even with as generous as they are being, that I will hit a credit crunch. Okay, so there's that. That should be a level. Player level 55, 99 and What did we earn for shards? TIE Fighter pilot. Okay. And, ooh, look at that. Imperial TIE Fighter unlock right there. And some Darth Maul shards. It's very impressive what they're giving us. It really is. It's a decent amount of stuff. Much, much more than it used to be. Control the situation. We don't have any Imperial troopers, so this is not going to be super handy. Right now, this is more like you would use this ability under like the General Veers led team or with Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. This is also usable in that situation, and then or using him as lead. It's basically it'll call the mass swarm when it's maxed out, and so everybody loses all their turn meter. But the way the troopers work is attack, speed, turn meter, and stuff like that. So you'll end up taking all the turn meter away from the other team, hitting them with a mass swarm, and getting a bunch of turn meter back. And then these Imperial troopers tend to be a lot faster than the average characters, just naturally. That much faster, so they're able to. It's basically like you can really get going off of the jump, and hopefully, like just overwhelm the other team before they have a chance to really do much of anything. And control the situation is a big part of that. Han Solo and Chewbacca. And if you're just starting out, you need to know, because you probably don't have access to him yet if you're just starting out, he will always shoot first. Realistically, just like the movie, he always shoots first. So no matter what team he's on, no matter who he's facing, no matter any other circumstance, he will always take a turn before anybody else can take a turn. Always, every time. As sure as the sun will rise tomorrow and the moon will rise tonight, he will always take that turn first. And you see, look, how many turns he's getting already. So, and the other thing about Han's bonus turn, it ignores taunt. He can just target whoever he wants, and he'll stun them. Unless it's like a galactic legend, he won't be able to stun them. But, like, so say you're taking Wat Tambor on a team, and you run up against, or you're attacking a team with Wat Tambor, like, and you have Han Solo, Wat gets a bonus turn where he can put his techs out onto people. You can stun him with Han Solo because Han will always go first and stop him from getting a tech out right away, which could be the key factor in a battle. Just something to keep in mind. And it's a risk. He will, like, if you're going up against a team with Han in it and you've got Wat and you're kind of counting on him getting a tech out, you run the risk of him stunning your Wat. So, I mean, same thing. We're not going to be able to get the unlock today, but I bet we clear this one. Oh, yeah, this will be the last one we can do, but I bet we clear this one. And then we'll go and do that last arena battle. We'll see if there's anything else we can knock out real quick that makes sense to knock out. And if not, we will migrate over to the other account. Ooh, nasty. And it's funny. Chewie's got a taunt. Chewie doesn't have that in his kit. It's just a special thing when he's, even though this is a tank, he will taunt. It's weird. It's weird. Oh, you see, yeah, we do have Scout Trooper is considered an Imperial Trooper, so they assisted. Okay, not bad, not bad. Good progress made on what, 4 journey guide events. Yeah, yeah, not bad at all, right? So yeah, shards there, shards there, shards there, and yeah, we won't be able to start anything else for a little while. As you can see, recommended 1 million plus GP. But yeah, I mean, recommended for 500k, and we're half done with both of these. We're as done with these as we are with these. So not bad, not too shabby. Yeah, see, and I can activate the TIE Fighter. Love the model. Really good job. You have to give it up to the artists of these games. Like they really do a good job on the look. And I love that you can grab and rotate. Upgrade 5,000. Do I have 5,000? Oh, I have 25k. Look at that. Okay. I can actually start doing some stuff with ships a little bit, kinda, sorta. But I don't have any droids, so I can't level them up. Well, I mean, hey, might as well just go ahead and give him the stars, right? 100k. Yeah, that's a little more than my allowance will cover. Phoenix Squad Chase Bundle 2. Hey, why don't they just show you the price here? Why do they make you click in? Probably $10 though, if not more. Donation. Oh, look at that! Look at that! My guild kind of came through. Ooh, wait, wasn't that a piece I needed for Rex? That. Mm, yeah, it was a piece I needed for somebody. I thought we'll worry about that later. Oh, look, I broke 100k on the GP for the account, so that's a little bit of a minor milestone. All right, and we will attack whoever you are, and then as soon as it loads, BlueStacks has days where it does amazing, and then there's days when it does not amazing. And today's one of those days where it's just doing okay. Okay, so achievements. Okay, collect 20 lightsabers. So we need to unlock somebody for 2 whole Darth Vader shards. Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty good. Keep an eye on that. Add 10 allies. We need to find more allies. Need to find more allies. Acquire mods. Okay. All right. Get 5 characters, 3-star power up, 5 characters, gear tier 5. Okay, so that's in progress. We get Akbar shards and probably a bunch of XP. No XP. Just 2 crystals and some Colonel Stark shards, which are appreciated and needed. 5 jet out of 5 stars were 4 out of 5. Spend guild tokens. As soon as I'm getting them, So that'll be nice. They're a nice chunk. What do we got here? Defeat. This reminds me of the Battle of Endor. Okay, so defeat 35 rebels. Defeat 60 Ewoks. But in what activity does it say? Does it specify? Because I mean, wasn't I just killing rebels? Wasn't I just killing rebels in the R2 unlock event? Probably on nodes or whatever, but 80 TIE bomber shards and some Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum shards, which I can only imagine will also be a Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano unlock requirement. Probably Relic 7 or 8 if I had to take a guess, if I were a betting man, and I am at times. That's going to be an expensive GL, but I mean, I think we're probably at that point in the GL cycle where the ante is just, it's time to up it. And they didn't release Gear 10 yet, thank God. So we're not gonna have to worry about that, but it's coming. It's coming, guys. I'm gonna preach that to the choir. Gear 10 is coming. Oh, look at that. So we're up to it that we earned a lot of crystals from doing that journey guide. So not too shabby at all. So we want to try to work on Captain Rex. I think leveling him up will probably make all these Rebel and all these Phoenix events that he can participate in much easier. I think he's just that kind of a character. So we need to get to 3F hard in the dark side, which I don't even think we're remotely close to. But that's going to be, yeah, see, we're in, we have to clear all of 2 and then all of 3 and then, yeah, clear to it. So so that is a project we are going to be undertaking. I cannot stress his importance enough. And we want to get access to his node. The faster we get him brought up, the better off everything's going to be. So so yeah, but that's I think that's going to be for another day. We've spent an hour here. Ooh, let me make sure I got my tickets real quick before I just bail. No, I need to spend 308 more energy. Always want to, even if it's that's the base level of contribution to your guild, is you want to get those tickets for the raid, because the more you raid, the more gear you have. The more gear you have, the faster you're going to level up characters. It's just the way it is. So I know it can be a hassle. I know it can suck having to get your 600. It gets easier. But you do have to spend on refreshes to make it go faster. You just have to drop the crystals. It's just the way, it's the system. That's just the way the game is designed. You can build up the energy and grab the free claims, but it's not quite ever going to be enough. Like, do a couple refreshes on normal energy and a couple refreshes on Cantina and spend it all, and you'll be fine. You really will be. So we're just gonna, Maul. I love Maul. So good to see him. Thank you, Civics, for having him as the character I can use. This is gonna be a blast. So Maul, I think, was the third conquest character. We had the Razor Crest, and then Cat, and then Maul, I think was the order. Oh, he's going to shoot first. There it is. Oh, yeah. Defeat 35. 1 of 35. On our way to glory. 1 of 35. And now we need to find some damn dirty Ewoks. Okay, but we're mostly worried about tickets. I knocked out a couple nodes. It's fine. So we will just find something we can farm. Or a couple somethings we can farm. Let's get this guy more shards, because you saw we're going to need Imperials for the R2 event. So his shards are not wasted. Her shards are also important. So is the ship. And she's coming up rapidly on 6 stars. So she is very valuable. Pulled 6 for him, see? And we'll get him up a little bit higher. Multi-sim, we'll do the 4. I don't think that's quite enough. Welcome new viewers. I see our viewer count has gone up slightly in the past few minutes, so welcome to the stream. We'll do a little recap before we log over to the territory battle portion. 532. Okay, I think I just spend my canteen energy and I'll be good. Yeah, I'll just spend my canteen energy, and we're gonna keep spending it. You know what? I made a bunch of crystals. I'm gonna buy a refresh, and I'm just gonna do a big batch here. 94.88. You know what? For glory. There it is. All right, so we have 2 7-star unlocks. If I have the money. But we got some more training droids, which I'm always worried about. We got some more canteen energy, some XP, and most importantly, we got the 600 tickets for the guild. This is your baseline minimum contribution. Always get that. Unless, if you're in a guild like my main guild, and one day you will be, I'm sure. 1 million. Oh. That's a big thing. Having him at 7 stars already, and I'm at level 52, I cannot stress how big of a deal that is. I'm not going to do that part. But yeah, unreal to have a 7-star Ezra, and I'm at character level, or I'm at account level 55. It's unbelievable. And again, not a penny spent. Not a single penny spent. Not one. No hyperdrive bundle. This is all from the free stuff that they give you in the new player experience. Unbelievable. To have... I thought Darth Vader was going to be my first 7-star. The way they were giving me shards for him. But yeah, no. These guys. Look at that. Max. And this is after... I think this is the 10th total day I've played the account. My average time on the account is, I'm going to say, an hour and a half average a day for 10 days so far. And we are at account level 55, I believe, is what it's going to say. Yeah, 55. I'm at level, and the shard store unlocks. So this happens when you get your first 7-star character. So you're now part of an elite group of players who can trade in extra shards from your existing 7-star characters. So anytime you have a 7-star character and you get shards for that 7-star character, it gets converted into shard shop currency. And shard shop currency, as you can see, I can buy General Grievous shards once I save up enough. I can buy stun guns, neurobinoculars. This is a very small sampling. Normally this thing is full. Like as full as this thing is, more full than this thing is, like Galactic War store full. Like there's a ton of stuff, and then you can also spend shard shop currency on datacrons and datacron materials. So Shard shop currency, very, very, very important. Very good to be earning that real quick. Very, very quick in this game. And I mean, we should be at 600. We're well over 600. So boom, we've done our part for guild and guild mates. But yeah, real quick recap. If you're just joining us, you might have dipped in and out and seen some of it, but we came in, we did our dailies, but while we were waiting for refreshes on our squad arena attempts, we came in and started doing events in the journey guide that we could get done. As you can see, we cleared the first 4 of him. We need to get a little bit stronger. We need to get a little bit stronger before we can get his unlock, but I think that'll be coming sooner rather than later. Same situation for Yoda. It's the same situation for all of them. 4 waves cleared. We're at the unlock wave. Once we clear this, we'll be able to unlock him at 5 stars. But we just need to get some more stars and some more power on some more people. And yeah, Thrawn, we got through the first 3. Hit a wall here. So again, we'll get these guys bulked up a little bit. Should be able to unlock him fairly easily. And R2 is the same situation. Got through the first couple, hit a wall. This is actually the wall we hit. I think we could have cleared this if we had the stars for Scout Trooper, but we don't. So level 55, 10 days of playing. I'm going to say an average of an hour and a half a day, because there's been some that are long. This one's an hour and a quarter. Some longer, some shorter, whatever. And I have missed one day because it was an uber busy day. And I had to focus on my main account. Those days are going to happen where I just have to not. It's just going to happen. There's going to be days I just can't play this. And we're coming up on a busy month family wise. My birthday's in July. Sam's birthday is right at the beginning of August. We're just a couple days apart. My mom comes to town. We go on trips for birthdays and take a little vacation time. So there'll be days where I'm just not going to be able to play in the coming month. That said, I will play as much as I can. But the biggest point I'm trying to make for any new players looking at this on YouTube, whether it's next week or next year or 3 or 4 or 5 years from now, is I'm level 55 with a minimum amount of time playing. I could definitely grind harder. Like that energy that I dumped into doing these other things, if I just sat down with that energy for 2 hours, I could have a lot of these nodes unlocked and a lot of the nodes in hard mode unlocked on everything, which I do need to do and you do need to do. But the point is I'm not doing that. I'm focusing on quests and I'm focusing on achievements. I'm doing my daily activities and I'm at level 55. Just unlocked 2 7-star characters. 2. And you'll get all this stuff starting, same as I did. You'll get all this stuff starting out. But I'm at 2 7-star Phoenix characters who are also Jedi, and they're rebels, so they can be plugged into a lot of different teams. I've made progress on a bunch of Journey Guide characters, and I'm at level 55, and I've 13, 14 hours of gameplay, 15, 16, sub 20, definitely less than 20. So hey, you can't beat that. Let me just tell you, it's my mind. I'm kind of just stunned that I'm level 55 with a 7-star character. If you buy this for $50, you don't get 7-star characters. You get to level 85, but they're 5 stars. And I'm level 55 with 2 7-stars. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, that's sexy right there. But you do get all the gear. Like you see how they've got the purple rings around them. They're at a certain level of gear. And you'll get access to a bunch of stuff right away. Like, it's nice, but I'm not going to spend the money. Trust me, if I was going to buy the Hyperdrive bundle, it would have been bought already. You'd be looking at a Hyperdrive bundle owner and not this screen showing you what's in the Hyperdrive bundle. Especially, originally this was $100 and now it's only $50. It's a hell of a deal. It's a hell of a deal. But regardless, so we are advancing a lot faster with the new player experience than you ever could prior to it. So, I mean, it's a judgment call right now. Yeah, they did a fantastic job. But we'll just see how it goes. 85 is kind of like, obviously, when we hit 85, we will do a deep, like, okay, how long did it take us? We'll really take a look. We'll see what we have. We'll see where we're at. But so far, I'm very impressed with these changes. This is a lot more accessible. And that's the point I'm trying to make to anybody who's watching this video in the future. I'm live right now recording it, but it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Twitch. It's going to be somewhere in the future somebody might look at this. A month or two ago, this grind to get your character to 55 would have taken you weeks of playtime and a lot harder playtime. And you wouldn't have anywhere near the amount of characters that you have sitting here. You wouldn't have these ships full of shards ready to rock and roll. You wouldn't have any of that. You would not have any of it. So I know the game seems daunting starting out. It seems like it's big. Trust me, they are giving you a lot of stuff to get you on your way, to get you to 85, because 85 is when the game starts. It's not when it ends. That's when the game starts. So they made that road a lot shorter and a lot smoother. So we got to give props to CG for that for sure. But anyway, so there's a recap of everything we've gone through today and kind of where I'm sitting and thinking and feeling about how the game is going. We are going to head over to the main account and scope out territory battles. So I'm just going to pop up a temporary scene while I switch everything over, just so you're not looking at, home screen icons and shit like that. While I X out of everything. Okay. And hopefully this launches. This was being a little weird this morning when I was trying to fire it up. Hopefully it launches just fine. We'll find out here in a second. As soon as it populates into the streaming software, I'll transition it over, and we'll go look at territory battle, and we'll see what's up. Yeah, ask if you're looking at these videos in the future because a friend of yours was like, "Hey, you should play this game," and then they're like, "Hey, go look at videos on YouTube," and you stumble across them. And you start playing and going through. There we go. And you start playing and going through the process, and you start seeing what you have. Just ask your friend, especially if they've been a long time player of the game, like, did you have this at this level? Did you have that at that level? And I promise you, if they've been playing the game for several years before you, they're going to come back and they're going to tell you no, that they did not have that stuff. Okay. So finale day for territory battles. This is kind of like, this is for all the marbles. As good as you do up to this point, if you drop the ball on the last day and you don't hit all your goals, you don't hit all your goals and you don't have another chance. So, sorry, I'm adjusting the shorts I'm wearing. They were starting to ride up. Probably more information than you needed, but I'm a sharer. And I'm a hugger, but I can't hug anybody right now. So you see, we maxed out Zepho. We got the crates, which, for these Kairos, it's only 20 of each, but it's 20 Kairos. It's 20 Kairos. Okay, so so we still need one character and one platoon. We need a Relic 8 Savage, which I am not. Level 1, grant 25% turn meter and 1 morale buff. Gonna see if the magical Sauvage owner makes his appearance or her appearance before we start tackling that. So in the meantime, uh, let us hit this fleet battle. This is an important one, and then I think we might have a team to be able to do one extra battle on here. We'll see when we get there. They tell us to use Bistain as first reinforcement, they being our guild leadership. So we would clear this. We would grab Executor. And we'll sort for Bounty Hunters. And then we'll sort for Rebels. And we'll grab the Mighty Bistain U-Wing, which is right there. That is his, right? Let me double check. Yes, Bistain's U-Wing. Okay. This is apparently a turn meter feed. I haven't noticed that much of a difference, but it's apparently a turn meter feed. So, the key thing about this is you're mirroring another executor. The other thing about mirroring this executor is they will never, ever, ever use their ultimate. Ever. Even if they get there first, they will not use it. So it's not as risky of a fight as it might be under normal circumstances. We're not in the last territory. You remember we were getting confusion and we weren't able to get the buffs on the ship without using the heal. Well, now we can treat this as mostly a normal battle. Okay. Gosh darn it. I'm just trying to get over to kill that thing. Why won't you let me? The weather here today is bad. Like it's about 90 degrees with 1,000% humidity. And no, 3,000% humidity. I made that declaration already. 3,000% humidity. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, I would. There's about a billion other things I'd rather do than go outside today. But no matter how hard we try, we can't get the dog to use the toilet. So I have to go outside. It's just the way she goes. I'm from a very growing up, I really kind of, I don't want to say took for granted where I grew up, but like, I did not realize how far north I actually lived. You look at a map, you don't really get a perspective or a great perspective on the whole north and south of the country. Really bugs me that it locks you into targeting marked characters. Like a mark should give you the option to target that character, but not the requirement. Of course, it can be overridden with taunt and all that shit, but whatever. Yeah, it's just no appreciation for how far north the place I grew up is. Like I wouldn't. The last time I was up there, well, no, 2 times ago that I was up there. I've been up there twice this year so far. But I was up there on New Year's Day for the Winter Classic, the hockey game they played in T-Mobile Park, it takes everything I have to call it T-Mobile and not call it by Safeco Field, which is what it what I've always known it as, the home of the Seattle Mariners. If you've never noticed me wearing Seattle stuff and Seattle stuff on my walls, I'm from Washington State. I now live in Pennsylvania. I took my teams with me. I brought as much of my home with me as I could, regardless. Anyways, so I was up there. We were going to pick up my brother at 7. At 7 in the morning, we were going to his hotel for the hockey game. It was still pitch black, and I'm like, it's where I live now. It's full on daylight, and it just that occurred to me that like Pennsylvania's here, but Washington's like up here. And in the summer, they get so much more daylight than we do. Their days last longer. But in the winter, we're more of an equal split of light and dark, whereas them in the summer is extreme light, less dark, and in the winter it's more dark, less light. And the farther north you go, obviously, like you go up to Alaska where it's like 16, 17, 18 hours of darkness during the winter. It's real. And then, flip that for the summer where it's just Executrix Tarkin Chimera Leviathan works too. Okay, well we're going to do Chimera. I mean, people have been saying they're having problems with this fleet battle in particular, no matter what combination they're using. We've just been seeing weird reports like where people feel like maybe CG stealth buffed everything. I don't know if they did or they didn't. I mean, that's really not. I mean, unless somebody in a data mine can look at that sort of a thing to find it out. I don't know. I'm old. I don't know how that shit works. Let me just shoot you. I just don't know how that stuff works. But I have to say there have been days this week where I have definitely felt that I kind of feel like I should bring out Scythe and then bring out Defender, so I can have the buff clears and like yeah, I want to be able to clear off taunts and stuff like that from these guys. So or just get him nuked out of existence. It's fine. I might have misplayed it. I might have screwed things up. Maybe I should have brought out Defender. But let's push back their turn meter. Slow them down a little bit. But yeah, I feel like for my part, it does feel like things are they just feel a little off. I definitely had some weird feeling fights that normally are like a walk in the park. That felt very difficult in comparison to how they normally are. Oh, the turn meter just got fed to Chimera. And boom. All right, so I was worried I misplayed, but it worked out okay. So that's a nice chunk of XP or points for the team. Yeah, we want to finish those. We really want this star, but mostly we want these crates. But we really want that star. So hopefully everything goes well, and we'll come back and do a battle here. Now that we don't have to worry about Zepho, we should be able to throw a team down that can win a battle there. But yeah, we'll go and knock this out real quick. Yeah, it's the thing about territory battles. Raddus with comeuppance if no profundity. Let me let you in on a secret. What ship do you not see there? You don't see the Raddus. Why don't you see the Raddus? Because mine's not 7 stars. It's getting there. It's getting there. But like next month, I think I'll finish it. I was just never gonna farm the resistance stuff because they keep releasing new stuff. You know, like I didn't want to go backwards. I wanted to go forward. So why would I go and grab that older stuff? I never would have touched it if it weren't for those Lightspeed packs, where they more or less gave you SLKR and GL Ray for more or less free. Ooh, it is nasty looking outside. I think we're gonna have a thunderstorm. I think I even saw that we were under a possible tornado watch, which is odd. We're not in tornado country. I don't know when the last time they had one on the ground here was. I know that there was a funnel cloud that came awful close not that long ago, and there have been those in the past as well. But yeah, it just looks stormy outside. Um, I'm gonna put this on auto. We should be just fine. I need to contact my nurse. My nurse is my wife. She's a registered nurse. Of course, if she was watching the stream, I would have just been able to talk to her instead of having to pick up my phone and text. But hey, look at that nice, beautiful win there. We love to see it. Things we love to see is that team, that fleet, knocking it out of the park. I hate one misclick sends you right off the planet, or when you double click on the territory twice. Okay, so this is the light side battle, and this is the Jedi. I don't have Mr. Cal Kestis, or not Kyle Katarn. Kyle Katarn, sorry. I stayed up late playing Fortnite with my brother and his kid, and yeah, they're on the West Coast. You know, they're back home, and so like 1 a.m. here is 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, God, it's getting late, and they're like, no, it's not, and I'm like, assholes, time zones. And then they're like, oh yeah, hang on, I gotta take this pill. But then they're like, one more game, and I'm like, okay. Because frankly, live gaming on Xbox or however you choose to play, if you're not living where your family is or where a lot of your old friends are, I mean, what an amazing way to keep in touch and spend time with them, right? Something that, you know, when I was a kid, certainly would never have been an option, and even like 20 years ago would have been something most people didn't really have access to. You know, it's a great thing, and I definitely will always stay up extra 30 minutes to get another game of Fortnite in with those guys, or any game with any of my peeps back home, where this is the most consistent way to spend time with them. Okay, anyways, let's get after it. No Kyle Katarn, but it shouldn't matter at all. We're just gonna go ahead and roll with not you. Oh yeah, and my cat is my cat's in platoons too. Um, which I saw JMK and it reminded me that my cat is in platoons. And look at all the R9s. I wish I had those materials for a certain uh, Torgruda Jedi Padawan. Okay, well, this will handle everything just fine. And then we have a ton of options for teams to use in the next thing. How am I looking on the? No, I mean, I guess the monitors are keeping me well lit. It's just dark in my living room because it's dark outside and we don't have any lights on. We're dependent on, well, we're not dependent, but we're using natural light. And since it's all cloudy and stormy looking, we ain't got much of that coming in right now. But it's exactly what you want to. This whole thing with Ahsoka. I mean, we knew it was coming, and I guess maybe should have been a little better. I mean, prepared. I guess is the only word I can think of to like deal with what they were going to announce. But it instantly. I'm kind of sort of like working on Gungans right now, and now I'm gonna have to hit a bunch of relic requirements for a GL, um, and unlock and level a bunch of new characters, and hit their relics and hit their gear. It is the thing about this game. It never stops. Something's always coming, and in this case it's something big. A lot of like the smaller, they're adding a marquee character for to boost the team, or they're doing this or they're doing that. You can kind of sort of ignore that stuff to an extent. um you can't ignore a GL when you're in my kind of a position, in my kind of guild, where you're competitive at the you're trying to compete at the highest levels of territory wars. You can't really ignore a new GL for very long. It's just the it's just the facts. It's just the facts. You just cannot. If you want to stay competitive, you got to have the new toys, and the ultimate new toy is and always will be GLs or a new capital ship, something along those lines. Um, oh gosh darn it! I could actually probably put this on auto and be just fine at this point, but we'll get him to ultimate first, and then we'll hit full auto. Yeah, they're doing just fine. Doing just fine. I think Jedi Master Luke teams have one of the better AI sets. I hear Cal Kestis can be kind of dumb on defense. I don't know if anybody can confirm that for me or not. Um, I rarely see one on defense to test the theory. Um, okay, so we need an R8 team. I kind of want to use Leia on Mandalore, so um, I mean that's an R8 team, right? And actually, a lot of R9. Um, I mean, this should be doable, right? Even without Cat, and we got Padme in there to kind of toss some heels. This is probably be a little bit of a ramping sort of situation, but she should help put some extra damage on these two with her protection up ability, because heals over time and protection over time are big for these guys' damage. So that should put some of that on there. Yeah, I have not found Quadme to be super effective. Um, much past the first round. It's just that the her decoy just dies too quick, and if you can't get another one out in the field, you just get shredded. Um, so I don't know if it's a matter where I'm gonna need to remod her to maybe get more effective stats on her and on her decoy, or if it's just hey, it's meant for GAC, and any use you get beyond that is just a bonus. Is very possible. But you know, when you invest that kind of time and material into characters, you want to get as much bang for your buck as possible. That's for darn sure. So, need to look at data. This is a very data-driven game, um, and you know we'll adjust as needed. But I mean, I also know that if this were under GAC conditions right now, this battle would be done already. Because I would have Quadme in the lead, and these two guys would just be absolutely annihilating everything in sight. But I mean, that's the only move where he does any massive damage is his big AOE. It's because he doesn't have discipline, and he needs the discipline buff from Quadme to ramp. So a lot of his damage is actually coming from that 20 stacks of the buff right there. I mean, but also probably reasonable to say that if it weren't for the let's put as many stacks as we can on Stormtrooper thing that they're so fond of doing on the light side planets, um, we would also already be in the next wave because we've done enough killing to where if he didn't keep reviving, we definitely would have at least probably 3 guys down by now. Oh, that was a nice hit. That was 100K on Scout Trooper just then. Um, all right, I'm gonna put this on auto. I think they're set up enough to where this is not gonna be a thing. So tedious. Okay, I feel like I need to get involved again. Um, is I feel like they're just more all over the place instead of just focusing down a target. And I'd really like them to get this guy out of the picture. Let's get defense down on everything. That should speed things up a little bit. There we go. All right, let's click on him. Let's go back to auto. All right, yeah, they decided to get there finally. Oh, hopefully the Haven Medical Center, whatever medical station, is maxed out platoons. Okay, that is a wrap on Lothal. So we might be able to pull off a battle up here. I'll see. Um, we did the fleet battle here already. Let's. How are we looking? Fill all. I mean, we're just 4 or 6 completed. I mean, we're getting there. All allies gain 20% max at 10 speed for each. Yeah. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice stuff. I mean, for that, especially for this one, I can only imagine. And now, like, okay, so we need Relic 9 Ahsoka Tano for the new GL Ahsoka Tano. And now that is going to probably necessitate putting off R9ing the team to do this. So, like, it's just always something. Always something. But hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit this fight. We're going to clear squad. We are going to bring in some rebels, led by the one and only Leia Organa. I need to stretch out my leg. So a long time ago. I don't want to use a number, but I'm going to. No matter how uncomfortable it makes me. About 30 years ago. About 30 years ago, I blew out my knee in a wrestling match, and yeah, it just every now and again, if I leave it immobile, it'll just start to ache. I'm not one of those old codgers. It's like it's the weather, the the humidity is causing my joints. We got the storm. I'm not gonna be like that. It's just hey, I did some pretty bad ligament damage, and if it'll get stiff if I don't keep it moving from time to time. So I had to shift to stretch my leg out. Okay. Honey, I wouldn't take him outside right now. I think it's raining. Okay. I mean, if you make him wait about 15 minutes, I'd probably be closer to done. All right. Don't say I didn't offer. I've got 6 people on the stream who are my witnesses that I offered to take the dog out if you just make him wait for a minute. Babe, I'm joking. We have a fantastic marriage, but also you guys saw that I offered to take the dog out. This is on YouTube forever. I have proof always. Okay, I think it's time to use our ultimate. What do you think? Yeah? Playing a little fast and loose with this. We gotta get this robot gone. Is he dead? No? He just invisible? Okay, now he dead. Alright, you gotta go. You gotta go, bro. Alright, so there's a bonus 500,000 plus whatever the GP of this team was to help my guild along the way. Saying this is another project, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. Okay, so the logical team would be the Imperial Remnant team, right? Well, they're not. You can use anybody, but you're gonna use Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. You want to bring in the Imperial Remnants. Well, I don't have them all at R8, and that was going to be a project because I want to be able to do these missions. My whole guild does, but now we have to prioritize. We have to prioritize Lin or Ahsoka. Now they haven't out and out come out and been like, you need to get Ahsoka day one. They're not like that. But we will 100% be shifting our priorities. Like there's just no doubt. There's no way that we're not going to shift our priorities. But it just pushes everything else you've ever wanted to do back. It is what it is. It is what it is. The most I can say about it is what it is. And I know a lot of you are thinking and feeling the exact same way about it. You had a project or a goal in mind, and now it's like, well, hey, depending on the timeline, that goal and that project might now have to be put off indefinitely possibly. And where does that? I wish she was a better tank. Not that she's not a good tank. She's great. She's sick. She revives multiple times. She's awesome. But what she doesn't do is hold taunt all the time. And I need a tank to hold taunt all the time. Like General Kenobi. Any one of these guys gets crit, or any one of his guys gets crit, and he's just like, oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. You're shooting me. You're not shooting them. You're shooting me. That's a tank. Malik, oh, you crit me. I'm putting out fear, shock, whatever. Has all kinds of ways to draw the aggro. Look at Kanan holding strong with the taunt. I had a feeling I should have popped it before it was ready, but what are you going to do? I just had a nasty old feeling. Although, for the record, this is definitely the longest that Grand Inquisitor has ever survived for me in this mission. So, I mean, special props to him, but, props don't put points on the board. Okay. We will do... I think the weather changing outside is just making my allergies act different. Now the pills that I took for my allergies are just like, no, we don't cover that. We cover this. Oh yeah, and my Malik is platooned. Well, shucky darn. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I got a tank. It's just I want survivability, and nobody has survivability. Like I can bring, say, my R9 Sith Assassin, take that back and give it to Baby Tano. I'm over it. I'm fine. I'm adjusting. So worth it. Her contribution will not be forgotten. Unbelievable. My God. It's just this planet station area locality, whatever you want to call it, is dumb. DUMB dumb. And yesterday, by the way, pretty much the same team composition except I had Malik, and we made it through just fine. Deploy dark side to 460, light side to 420 first. 420, 420 blaze it. Okay. And I had somebody go, oh yeah, I used Java on here one time and it was awesome. Well, I used Java on here one time and it was terrible. So I think that person was full of shit. But that's just my opinion. Don't quote me on that. We'll see. We'll see if I can get him to a partial ultimate and then ramp up to a full one. Maybe. Maybe we can pull it off. I'm guessing though. I'm guessing I'm gonna get blitzed by one volley, and that'll be that. Yeah. Well, what do you know? Okay. Gotta say, Starkiller's pretty good for filling that ultimate meter of his. All those crits he just landed took him from a single to a full blown. I mean, it got to keep it going, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Probably. Yeah. It was going to go that way, any way you looked at it. Okay. Well, let's go see if we can do a mission on Vandor. Because, yeah, I think we might be done. I think we might be done. We'll take a look to see, because this is on R9 planet. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're done, folks. I think that's it. I think that is a wrap. So now we just have the fun part of the wait and see. We will hold them. Speaking of waiting and seeing, let's see real quick before we deploy if we can slap anything down in a platoon somewhere to help somebody out. Maybe free up a team or a character. Yeah, see, nobody's throwing spare characters anywhere else. I'd maybe have a home for something. I checked Mandalore. I checked Vandor. Checked Haven. I guess that leaves Lothal. I haven't, and I got nothing. Okay, so I've done all my due diligence, done all the battles I can do, and so that just leaves the final deploy. And that is one more territory battle. So I've done all I can do. We'll see where we land tomorrow. And this should be Grand Arena, no change. Yeah, I lost. He was very efficient, very, very clean. He dropped a battle, but hey, you're not going to win them all. So let us look at what our Sour Shoes. That's kind of a fun name. Let's take a peek at what he's bringing to the fight. Slightly out GPs me, but we're actually fairly on par. We're actually kind of close. It's kind of cool. It's just nice having even fights. He's got Bo-Katan. What I am not seeing is there's Afra. But what I'm not seeing is Gungans. At least not Gungans of any significance. He does have Quadme unlocked. But I'm not seeing I'm not seeing our friends, the Poncho Bros. Oh, yeah, see. Yeah, he's got some Gungans. He's preparing for Jar Jar, just like the rest of us. Yeah, I'm not seeing any Poncho Bros. Yep, they're down here. Okay. So now there's this one more thing I want to check. And then based on this, I'll either adjust my defense or leave it the same. Okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing. All right. So I will adjust some defense accordingly, but I will do that off stream just so it's not on public display. And then this fight will go down on Monday. Just sometime Monday morning. If you've got notifications on, you'll see it. I might do like maybe give an advance like 15-minute notice put out there in the stream starting at blah 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 time, and just go live but have it sitting on like my starting soon screen or whatever. It would be really cool if I could figure out how to have like a countdown clock going on screen. Actually, I think I probably could do that pretty easily. But yeah, have a countdown for stuff like that. I think that would be cool because, give people a chance to get in here. I'm not Arnold. Arnold, he gives 30-minute notice on YouTube and there's 4,000 people waiting for him to go live. I'm not that. I'm never going to be that. Don't actually even want to be that. But for the folks that have been kind of with me from the beginning and supporting me from the beginning, I know Grand Arena is a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to watch somebody else do Grand Arena. I know I enjoy watching Arnold. I enjoy watching Scribe. I enjoy watching several people who do Grand Arena live. I enjoy watching it. It's fun. It's learning. Like, oh, that's cool. Oh, I didn't think about that. It's just a great thing. It's just a lot of fun. So maybe giving out a little advance notice that I'm going live would help a few more of those folks be able to get in here in time to catch it. Because, you can always rewind it on YouTube and start from the beginning if you want. That's fine. But then you kind of lose out on the live interaction part. Where, I've gotten some fantastic calls from you guys where it's like, use this counter. And I'm like, you're right. And I used it and it worked. I think you guys in chat have actually gotten me more than one win just based on suggestions. So yeah, I'll tinker with my defense later when I'm doing dailies. But there we go. Territory battle wrapped up. One more round of GAC. Then we get a day off. For the new reset, and everybody gets to bring their new toys to the table, anything they've picked up in the last week, and then we're almost to one final week of 5v5 and then back to 3v3. Isn't that crazy? That seemed like that went by way too fast. And we're about ready to hit a new Datacron cycle too. So new Datacron cycle plus 3v3, that's always a hoot. I know people literally live for that moment. But what can I say, guys? We had a good day. Nice spending the past 2 hours and 10 minutes with you guys. I had fun. I hope you had fun. Sorry, had a text come in. I was kind of staring at it to see if it was important. It wasn't. But yeah, well, Monday morning at some point, Monday morning Eastern Standard Time. That's the time zone I'm in. We'll get that Grand Arena going. And then, tomorrow, tomorrow I'll just probably stream something on the new player experience. Just keep working on unlocking stuff and grinding forward. But, it's been great having you guys here. I love it. I do. I love this time I get to spend hanging out and chatting with you guys. And we're talking at you guys or to you guys. But I love it when everybody gets onto the chat and we start having conversations. But yeah, looking forward to Monday morning Grand Arena. And then, what do we have? Territory War kicking off. And that means, and we're a week. Okay, so Territory War is kicking off Monday. We're finishing at TB. So we're going to be a week. As of Monday, we'll be a week from Conquest starting again. And a week from 3v3. And a week from a new Datacron cycle. So we will see the expiration of the Sidious Cron's going away. Rest in peace. The Bane Cron is going away. Makes me sad, but I will rejoice. Stapcron going away kind of upsets me. Kelleran Cron going away. I'm going to be curious what happens with him. But these blasted resistance Crons going bye-bye. Thank God. Thank God. If I try to annihilate a Finn one more time and it fails because I somehow didn't catch that one teammate's health didn't dip below 100%, I'd be launching this monitor with the camera through that window over there that you can't see, but trust me, it's there. I'm pointing to it. Okay. So yeah, Monday morning, guys, we'll be back for Grand Arena tomorrow. We'll do something on the the new player experience, and hopefully we'll have a good time. Hopefully we will have a very good time. And then, yeah, territory war weeks are a little bit slower, but at least we still have a full cycle of Grand Arena left until we get that Grand Arena week off, and then it's really slow. But maybe I'll use that week to filter in some more Marvel Strike Force stuff. And possibly, very possibly, could be doing some stuff with Elden Ring. I did get the new expansion. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting better. I'm leveling. I'm getting through stuff. But man, I feel like I die a lot. And I know I think that's a pretty common sentiment with that game, is that it's challenging. I'm not going to say it's too hard because it's not like I've run into something that I can't beat. I might run into something that takes me 2 hours to figure out how to beat it, but I can beat it. The furnace golems are still the bane of my existence. I've killed like 2 of them, but mostly I just run as fast and far as I can. So I don't know, maybe I'll start streaming some Elden Ring during that slower GAC week, or some Destiny 2. I know what are we getting, about 6 to 8 weeks from Outlaws, from Star Wars Outlaws? That I will be streaming. 100% I'll be streaming. Like I wish I was streaming when like the Jedi Knight games started coming out, because that would have just been the funnest games to be able to stream through, with all the hidden stuff and all the secrets and just how cool it was. That would have been neat. Oh, sorry, I got to stand up because of my knee. There it went. It popped. Okay, so I can sit back down for a few more minutes. All right. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. I need 7 more followers on Twitch. 7. And I will hit 50. So I'm so close. So close. So if you can spread the word, just please help me hit that goal. It'd just be amazing to hit that goal. It's coming a lot faster than I thought it would. I didn't think I was going to see any kind of traction until like the end of July, but it's rapidly approaching. And so yeah, just we need one more push to get us over the line, and then we'll reassess and go from there and see what our next goal wants to be. I don't mind being a small streamer. I don't. That said, I welcome everybody. So yeah, lots to see, lots to do, lots to look forward to. But yeah, just need a few more followers on Twitch to hit 50. So again, please spread the word. I can't get there without you guys, and I wouldn't be there without you guys. So yeah, thank you. Anyways, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Mostly be good to yourselves. It's just as important. Trust me. If you're not good to yourself, the wheels start to come off the wagon. Trust me. I've been going through that a little bit, where I've just been hard on myself. So I'm trying to just make that, be good to yourself. Just be good to everybody. But yeah, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. We'll be back tomorrow at some point for the new player experience, and then yeah, Grand Arena Monday morning, and possibly, depending on what my guild leader says, stream some territory war stuff. I think the ability to do that depends on how serious the fight is, but he also knows that I'm pretty small potatoes in the streaming. So we'll see. No promises, but if he lets me stream some TW stuff, I will. The other problem with streaming TW stuff is I don't really have the ability to throw it on airplane mode for safety, because it kind of cuts off the stream. I think there's a way. I've seen Arnold do it where he's like, oh, let me go to blah, whatever. I'm going to have to look to see how he does it. But anyways, guys, have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Yeah, and we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you Monday for sure. And hopefully every other day after that. I'm not looking forward to the day where I don't stream at all, but it is going to happen. It's just the way it is. But yeah, until tomorrow, guys, take care. Good luck with everything. I hope your Grand Arenas went well, and I hope your territory battles work out. I hope you guys are getting all the stars that you planned for, getting all that sweet loot, because we need it more than ever now. We got a new GL right around the corner. So I mean, you think about it. Even if it's October, it's July now. Basically, let's round up. It's July. July's the 7th month. If it's coming in October, we got 3 months and multiple characters coming. Ugh. Yep, it's that time of the year. All right, folks, I am out of here. We will see you tomorrow.